Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sihuadon R-108. This is an AM, FM, long-wave, airband, shortwave portable radio. And in this video, I'm performing an evening medium-wave band scan. But first we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third I'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check it out, this Sihuadon R-108. Now you can find this one retailing on Amazon for $59. A lot of times they have like a 12% off coupon, bringing the price down around $52. Now they do have lightning deals and special offers, and sometimes you'll get this radio for around $45 or even less if you keep an eye out for it. Now this is the newest model. This is a Sihuadon R-108 with the Type-C jack interface. Yes, they went from micro to the Type-C finally, which is a beautiful thing. And they also improved the headphone experience. There's no popping when switching bands and browse tuning. It's a beautiful thing. It sounds really nice. So this radio has really upped its game for doing the little changes they've done. I'm pretty happy to see that. So on the side here, we have a carry strap. We have our shortwave antenna or FM input. We have our, of course, headphone jack I mentioned that they improved on. Awesome. Sihuadon with a metal placard. A 1.5-inch speaker, one of those small but heavy bass-driven speakers. Sounds really good. Puts the Skywave speakers to shame, unfortunately. If you're using speaker-to-speaker. Headphones on the Skywave is better, though. R108, 500 memory presets. Nice. If you look, it's got a Texan-style LCD there. We have a battery status showing. A timer will show our alarms. Over here, we have alarm time, and you can change that by this button here. Goes to Fahrenheit, and if you want to change it to Celsius, just change your stepping to 9 kilohertz, and it'll go to Celsius there for you. While the radio is on, it'll have those items, plus it'll have local time moved up over here, and you'll have your signal strength and signal noise ratio as well. And we'll probably be using that. It's nice to have that because when you're turning the radio to tune in a station, some of those numbers can help you make sure you're going the right direction. Of course, clock, 24-hour. Going to the buttons, you can see you got a numeric keypad here to direct enter frequencies. Frequency, enter it in, off you go. They have secondary functions, as you can see. 4 has 9 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz stepping. When the radio is off, you press that and you can change it. When the radio is on, it toggles your music and voice mode. 5, long wave on or off. 6, FM setting, that's for the FM band. You can have anywhere from 64, 76, 87, and 87.5 to 108 on the FM band. Beautiful thing. 0 is interesting. It turns off the beep of the radio, confirmation beeps, which I'm not a fan of, so I turn those off. Also, when you're on the shortwave band, if you tap the 0, it quickly takes you through the meter bands. Over here we have the band select button, just as it says, cycles the 5 bands, and you have the ATS function, the auto tuning storage. Press and hold, and it'll automatically search the band and save every station it finds to your presets. Again, you get 100 presets per band, giving you 500 presets. VM means view memory. You tap that to go into your preset mode, and you can cycle through your presets with your tuning knob. And of course, you can go frequency mode, VF, and you can do your frequency by this, which is nice, or you can use the button in the front. You can manually add memories. You can manually delete memories. Down here we have an AM bandwidth control. So on your bands on AM, shortwave, longwave, and airband, you get a 6 kilohertz, a 4 kilohertz, 3, 2, and 1 kilohertz bandwidth, which is nice, especially when you're trying to DX on shortwave and on medium wave. Of course, it toggles your FM stereo on and off. There's a lot going on with this radio. Power button, also your sleep function. We have our lock button, also like I showed, display, set time, set alarm, and of course you can tune here. Synchromental tuning up or seek tune down and up. And we also have a browse function. If you press and hold the VM or VF, it'll browse your presets or it'll browse the frequency. Pretty nice. Going to the right hand side, as you saw, that Type-C jack. Nice, a big upgrade from the micro USB. A lot of people are happy about that, so there we go. Nice to see it. Yeah, this is the other R-108 I own. I'm a fan, as you can tell. You can tell this is the older model too because this has the blue, white. This is the amber. Amber looks so much nicer. This looks washed out. I'm happy with the amber light. I think it's the best. Yeah. Of course, we got our volume control, our tuning wheel, which is a beautiful thing. You have to push it in, it changes your speed of your tuning from fast to slow, so you can micro tune, and you can also go to stop, so it doesn't do anything, and you just use your buttons on the front. We also have squelch control for airband. Variable has 1 through 9 threshold, and it's a really good one too for the airband. I like it. Going to the top, we have our antenna, which is 19 inches, similar length to the Skywave. And actually, this is an exact replacement to the Skywave's antenna, believe it or not. On the back here, we have a kick-out stand with all our frequency information. Cool thing to note is shortwave is full coverage, 1.7 to 29.9 megahertz. Beautiful. And the kickstand comes out. The battery is a BL5C rechargeable flat pack. They're okay. They won't last as long as your Skywave's 2AA batteries, but it does decent job for what the speaker on this thing does. Sounds amazing. On the bottom, we have a reset hole. Of course, little feet for it to stand on. Yay, it stands. So let's do a little size comparison. We'll just kind of bring this up a little bit, and then we'll get to turning the radio on and do a band scan. Yes. So here's CC Pocket in the house. Give you an idea for size. You know, my R-108s have been on this channel quite a bit, but every time I get a new iteration, I like to showcase it. So especially just if it made any changes on the medium wave band. Only one note I've noticed is that this newest Type C one, it's a little quieter on fainter stations during the day. So we'll see what it is like at night, but just slightly quieter. The amplification is slightly less. Now that might be a good thing. It might be doing it to save power on that battery. CC Skywave in the house, beautiful thing. AM, FM, weather, air, and shortwave. So this has weather alert versus long wave. And yeah, it runs on 2AA batteries for about 70 hours. That's amazing. And but it has a little less shortwave coverage, 2.3 to 26.1. Now that covers most things. You won't get your basic CB coverage on the top of the band, but you know what? I don't listen to that anyway, so this is perfect for me. So yeah, probably perfect for most people, except those who need single sideband. That's the PL330. Get that one. It's like everybody mentions, it doesn't have SSB. I don't want it. It's like, yeah, well, it's okay. I don't listen to ham radio all the time. It's kind of boring. If you don't have those radios, deck of cards, it's Iron Man. Yeah. He is Iron Man. He's going to kick your butt, man. If you're not curing a Sihuadon, man, you're in trouble. You better run as fast as you can. I love it. Always gets a theme song. You know it. Okay. Rock out. All right, he's going to fly away, and we're going to turn this on. And we'll go zoom it on down. I mentioned, no, I think it didn't mention this. We do have a kind of a winter storm warning going on to the south of us, coming up to the north. So hopefully we'll pick up some stations. Well, the volume's all the way up, believe it or not. So on faint stations, it's almost like soft muting a little bit, maybe. When you go loud stations, it's jamming. So, okay, I might pick up anything on 530, which is odd. Usually I pick up something. Yeah, right here I pick up a hint of CHLO, Brampton, Ontario. That's 441 miles.
Mental acuity is not there, and that's becoming increasingly apparent. I'm not the only one saying.
Here's WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the north, 400 watts in the evening.
I'm going to give you some examples that happened in New Hampshire.
I'm 39 now.
And when he is installed,
how to be better now, how not to be a drunk. I feel like if we're living life right,
he has dementia.
Okay, let's check it to see if I have another station there. Sometimes they do. So we got our local, the answer, WIND, Chicago, and of course we can toggle. So local time is 11:34. That's p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA for the sake of the band scan. Did forget to mention, but there you go. And you can change this. This is nice for logging. Alarm time, temperature, signal strength, signal noise ratio. The second number is usually more important.
Sean, if you want to be a part of the program, in just a moment we'll continue with former President Donald Trump.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Was
a free agent quarterback. There might have been more, but I believe there were only 2 teams, 2 of 32.
That's coming in clear.
That was it.
I believe this is KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts.
It's almost repeating itself with Bill as a head coach here. Why would there not be more teams that are interested in Bill Belichick? It's just odd to me.
Look at that weird people. I love it. Very good. Great job. What's this house worth? It's right at 350.
WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts to the west.
And now I don't have to work as much. They'll take a different job and...
When to call not call or fire the right one, then the sideline. Like Herm Edwards had that guy.
Couple stations mixing here. The guy breaking through here is KCSP, that's Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts. Just south-southwest.
He was like the conqueror.
It's having a massive impact on employees all across America. U-Haul had a bunch of their folks come on here a few months ago and do debt-free screams. We've had, Costco has taken their folks through it. It's and companies of all sizes, not just huge ones like U-Haul and Costco. But I understand that your company bought.
So yeah, it sounds good. 3 kilohertz. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 52 miles, 10,000 watts to the north. Of course, you can point your radio to the south. It'll pick up stations in both directions.
Started working there about 8 months ago.
Oh, okay. So you were well.
Like I said, not the best of nights. It's a little bit of a challenge. Usually I'd be picking up CFCO pretty nice. I think I'm getting a hint of it here. That's Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts.
The Democratic National Convention Committee is revealing its new logo for the 2024 Democratic National
This is
Convention.
WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts.
Joining a media walkthrough at the United Center.
We're going to put...
There we got the WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. That's coming in nice.
Food for the brain.
Miami getting better, and the Jets getting better. And
I don't know how you could possibly say that. I don't know how you could. There's no way. First of all, let's be fair.
He's your quarterback.
Well, you're starting from different places. First off, to get better, both of those teams are playoff teams. All right, so it's for the Jets.
So here is WFAN, New York, New York, 750 miles to the northeast. This is coming in good. Sometimes I don't hear this at all, so fantastic. Home of the Yankees.
So for the Bills to get better, like that's you know what I'm saying? Like it's easier for the Jets to get better. They're starting from a lesser position. Nudity.
You know what? I don't think that was that. First of all, I don't think that was that big. I don't think that was that big of a deal because
Here's 670 The Score, WCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
You take a shirt off and you have paint
Local.
all over it. He didn't happen to have paint. You know what? The guy's in celebratory mode. He's happy for.
That's on back when the restrictions of the tournament. That's not to say the tournament format isn't great, and that's it's a wonderful.
CJOB. This is about 850 miles.
In April, but one of those things is that this.
Oh, I don't have it written down. And this is definitely CJOB.
What it's like night after night after night, and a lot of the nationals remember whatever.
Put a pop up here.
Those have been saying that.
This would be Toronto.
Sensitization or intense periods where you're working with your team.
CKGM's not coming in. Typically right here is where I pick it up.
Demand growth ahead. Now, the stock market.
Here's WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
Back when the stock market was setting.
Kind of Bedard down. You just see more confidence in his game. You're starting to see him just make one little more nifty move offensively. He's just got just a little bit more wit to him out there with the puck on the ice. He co-led the Hawks with 4 shots on goal. Reese Johnson, the other
720 WGN, Chicago.
Actually, let me update this. Phil Kershaw with 5 shots on goal.
Talking about the Blackhawks, I think. Yep. Good music there on CFZM Zoomer Radio out of Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast. That's taking us to a different time. Nice.
Our country. Who's that yelling, oh my God? You never heard it. Who's that saying, oh my God? We need a president who will unite our country.
Okay, I want to say this is WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
We need a president who will protect your social security.
We shouldn't separate out people by race, that we shouldn't have things exclusive to people on the basis of their race.
Here's 760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east.
And uniting as the national anthem? Really? That's what you're about? Seems pretty...
That were riddled with crime and children that were, being...
So here's 770 WABC, New York, New York.
Those are the people they're protecting, not the people they're targeting. So I just don't understand what Democrats and what the left is thinking. It's almost like they want to tear this city down. And then they're going to turn around when it's like San Francisco and they're living in excrement and feces.
Convention here in Chicago. Our team of seasoned journalists.
So you get the full spectrum when you're listening to ADM radio. As you guys know. Sometimes it can be pretty rough compared to shortwave. Shortwave's the roughest band. I love it. 780 WBBM News Radio. This is where I get my weather and my time, if I need to look it up. I don't have my phone handy.
Online influencers can be fun, informative, and even fabulous.
Old time radio between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. Which, let's see how close we're getting to that. Getting close. All right. Back to that.
To help get the training and financial support to start career.
I like the display. It looks really good. Just tilt it up a little bit. You're super sharp. The angle's nice on this. So you got the kickstand going. Looks really good.
Makes your team look better. Interesting. That is very interesting. And hey, Cincinnati scored on their last 4 possessions?
I think it's WHB, Kansas City, Missouri. I got it the other night too. 400 miles away, 5,000 watts. I didn't get WGY, which is unfortunate.
Cincinnati twice during the regular season, because they go 10, 11 deep at times, and they've got a lot of dudes who can score off the bounce, and they showed that especially late.
And it's a number one.
So don't just ride out 2024. Join Jack for his live webinar and learn.
I'm the one that kept security from the Capitol on January.
Risk management strategy, always seeking opportunities to lower risk, lower cost.
Okay, the commercials here is 820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles to the southwest, and to the northwest. That was WCPT.
Rick, welcome back to Democracy Now! We don't have much time, but a lot to cover. Talk about the significance of DeSantis.
8:30, not happening tonight.
Using AI with questions it doesn't like. The correct people built this artificial love child, so...
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, 300 miles to the southeast.
That's why you're going to need to trick it. So, we asked Lil Whiskers. Lil Whiskers.
Yeah.
Personnel moved to Buffalo in 2018 and now is back in Carolina where he played in 2021 as a general manager.
Here's 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles.
Canales could possibly get the job there.
First and foremost, I'm happy to see.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
Paper, bottles, and cans. Reuse paper and plastic bags and get a reusable bag for groceries. Recycle old clothes by donating them to charity. And recycle old electronics like TV.
So you can cut out some of the noise, narrowing it to 2 kilohertz. This is WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south.
What's your one thing?
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers, but for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost.
82
$1.2 million construction contract was awarded, the first of 4. The job is to relocate underground utilities.
WCBS, New York, New York.
One of the many
750 miles
from the first phase,
northeast.
which connected 63rd
That's the direction, right?
and
Northeast.
96 and had
Northwest.
all kinds of delays and complications before it was completed in 2017.
All the utilities to do, get them out of the way.
For a moment, all the lies they tell us that he just exposed right there.
So here's 890 WLS Chicago. I got a high-pitched whine coming from my camera. Now, it's only when it's dead on 890. If I go and tune back a kilohertz or a few, I can get rid of that. So watch this. We'll go to slow.
Breaking them down. And Kevin Roberts from Heritage, that's absolutely glorious.
We'll fine-tune.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
And we eliminated the
Good for
pitch.
him.
That's nice.
Folks, again, the New Hampshire primary tomorrow. Please get out and vote. Super important. Ron DeSantis has dropped out. One conservative choice left. Donald Trump. I think that's pretty clear. I'm not a fan of Nikki Haley.
Gotta keep them separated.
We got music on WFAW for Atkinson, Wisconsin. In the evening, it comes in good. I like it.
Your radio. Any red hot football. WONE. Wow. You hear that? That's odd. You're right. The NFL doing NFL thing. Do you see that? You're looking at something that we haven't seen before.
Listeners to take away in regards to how they think about their own cities.
I will say it's really heartening to me that listeners from around the country and around the world can listen to this story.
CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
You know, there are many things about this story that are particular and specific.
6 assists and the 122.
You notice it's got good selectivity. Also, you notice there's no birdie tones on this thing. Usually, like the cheaper radios, you'll hear like, tones on different stations. It just drives you nuts. This one, not happening, which is great.
Dribble passes to KD. Pull up jumper at the buzzer.
WMVP Chicago.
Kevin Durant. Still 1.6 seconds left.
Oops, hit the ban button. There used to be an old ban glitch, but not anymore. Let's go through the bans.
He's got 43 points on the
I
night.
did this.
And we'll see what the Bulls do with 1.6 seconds left on the clock. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
The student loan forgiveness. I hope I was one of those. I don't know if I am. But
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
here to bring it home and to win.
Loan forgiveness. I don't know about you guys, but I have opinion on that one. It's like, I married my wife and she had the school debt and we paid it down, we paid it off, and this became a thing, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, And we're sitting there still making payments, and yeah. And now we're paid off, this last year, which is good. It's a good thing to have those debts paid off. We did it ourselves. We didn't have to have a handout or anything. That's good.
Okay, you can say
in Boston in the winter.
So you kind of feel a little left out when they might forgive everybody else's.
A shopper inside where it's nice and warm, but others prefer what Boston's outdoor public market has to offer.
WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Freezing out here. What are you doing?
It's not freezing. It's nice out. Come on.
They call him Cousin Henry. He's had a produce stand up here in Haymarket for years. Stands next to a space heater, wears earmuffs, and smiles a lot.
This is the perfect time to come down here. At least you know everything is fresh. The price is right. You can't beat it.
This unique tradition, the outdoor market in Haymarket, is open Fridays and Saturdays.
Philippines. John Wayne plays Lieutenant Rusty Ryan, based on the real-life Robert Kelly, who served with Buck.
Here's WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Navy Cross.
It's so cool to hear the different programming across the country.
By the middle of May 1945, the filming of the movie is nearing completion when John Ford breaks his leg in a fall from a set.
337-833-4.
Of your life, lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds.
Here's KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Safely with MT Diet. No hormones.
God's will, God's way.
And that's exactly what you saw for a good chunk of the game tonight. As great as it was to see. He was hitting 3-pointers and then in the fourth quarter.
We're mixing here.
This is Ken Ham, president of the apologetics ministry of dancers in general. One of my favorite sayings.
I think the religious station's KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles to the south.
In roughlets, laid down by water, all over the exactly what was.
No, even at the time that I was pregnant, but I would later figure out that.
Here's 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles to the east.
Dramatic event. I'm sorry to hear about that, Bonnie. Thank you so much.
Coast to coast rebroadcast, can't hover on that.
Retained, and by exciting jealousy, ill will, and a disposition to retaliate in the parties from whom equal.
Here's KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
And it gives to ambitious, corrupted, or deluded.
I heard Bloomberg. So yeah, rarely do I hear anything on this, but this is WBBR, New York, New York. Bloomberg Radio. Yeah, I heard Bloomberg Video, so that's cool.
Keep doing this too long, but you see in chapter 7 how God pronounces protection upon his people.
Has no place on my television anyway. This is like the Stephen A. has one of
Unsteady signal here on Wham, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. I'm going to zip to the top of the band here. Just hear George Norrie there. The George Norrie there is on WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Call Allied Injury Group for a free consultation now.
See, now I'm going to cruise the band. So we're at the end of the video here. You spend a lot of time between 1200 to 1500 at night.
You can reserve your free pocket copy of the contract.
So I'm going to go all the way up real quick here. It's quick tuning, which is nice. Solid.
I leave my body, I'm sucked right into that black tunnel.
Okay, so it's coast to coast again. Yeah, I can tell. She's talking about near-death experiences. WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south.
So blissful and magnificent and beautiful. It's like all the...
1-23, you heard it there. Embiid, 70 points.
Again, you can hear everything on the radio. From near-death experiences to near-death, or close call touchdowns. 1530 is wonderful WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
How about fourth-ranked North Carolina going up against Wake Forest? They're not ranked, but they're...
About the Obama campaign in New Hampshire and the guy blocking your television shot.
Here's 1540 KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
I know. When I looked at that, it just seems like yesterday. What was it? 2000 and...
CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. The mighty KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts to the west.
If you know me, I'm all of 5'2", and I have some cute babies.
Virtue coin with gold at an all-time high.
Going down. me going real crazy.
Okay, music there I think is WPRR, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 140 miles to the east. And usually I pick up something here, KBGG, but not hearing them tonight. I'm hearing a little music though from KKLF Richardson, Texas. 790 miles to the southwest. Okay, cool. We're done. We're going to turn that off. Yeah, so there is the R-108 at night. Not too bad. We did have a tough time with the weather, but you heard some of the stations coming in beautifully. It sounds fantastic on AM band. The music, yeah, I was impressed. Zoomer Radio, Nashville, Tennessee, WSM. You have... who else? I just mentioned WFAW. I love listening to those guys. And of course, the mighty KCJJ. You heard them rocking out. And CHHA if you're into the ethnic music. So very cool. Loving the R-108. Hope you enjoyed this band scan. If you did, give a big like. I appreciate it, guys. And, you know, they got the new style here, the Type C. They did a great job with that. And of course, the headphone jacked, improved. Just a great radio to be picking up in 2024. If you're looking for one, this is still a great recommendation for anybody getting started into radio hobby, because this does everything you really needed to do. If you're a casual listener, it's perfect. If you're hardcore and you listen to a radio a lot on the go, you might want like a Skywave just because it lasts longer on batteries. It costs more though. I mean, this costs still almost double. It's about $99 radio versus this, but you do get the weather alert if weather is your thing and you kind of want to keep tabs with that. So, but otherwise you can just turn to the, like my 780, my weather channel on AM, and they'll tell you right away what's going on. So I'm glad you liked the video, guys. And of course, yeah, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to see more on the R-108s. Definitely, I will always bring them to your attention. We'll do band scans, comparisons, show you what's different with every iteration that comes out. Like I said, I probably have 5 of these things laying around. I love them that much. They're just a great radio. So there's that. And of course, comment below what you think about the new R-108. Are you happy they came out with Type C? Still impressed with the AM reception because no birdie tones. Loving it. Still has a great pulling power. Didn't have to use the loop once tonight. That was nice. Very handy. And it even comes with a carrying strap built in. Anyway, that's just me. So yeah, let me know down below what you think. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.